Have you ever loaded a login page and expected the cursor to be ready in the input field, but it wasn't, right? It gets frustrating. So in today's video, I'll show you how to build a custom Angular directive which will automatically focus on our input field whenever our page is loaded. So these are super useful for login pages, search bars and forms. By the end of this video, you'll exactly know how to create the autofocus input directive and how to use it in your Angular apps. So let's get started. So in Angular, directive allow us to modify the behavior of an element, right? So we'll create a directive that sets focus on input field automatically. So it creates a better user experience and saves us writing a lot of code again and again. So we'll go to our VS Code, and inside this, we'll go to our command line and we'll create our autofocus directive. So for that, we'll use ng g d for directive, and our directive name would be autofocus. So after doing this, it would create an autofocus directive for us. So this will create two files. As you can see, spec.ts and directive.ts. We'll use this file. Inside this, we'll modify the directive so we can write our focus logic in it. So here we have a selector which is called app autofocus, which we will be using whenever we want to call our directive. So we will go into our constructor and we will load our element here, which we need to change our element properties. So we'll say element ref, and after this we will call our ng after view init method, because this will happen only after the page is loaded, right? So we will implement here after view init, this one, and basically this method will implement this ng on init, okay, like this. And here we can remove this and we can write our logic. We'll say this dot el dot native element dot focus, and this will focus on all the input field we call our this directive. So I'll explain again what this file does. So element ref basically allows us to have direct access of our DOM element, okay, and ng after view init, it ensures that the element for sure exists before we even try to focus it, so we don't get undefined and other errors. And focus method, as you know, basically it's a built-in JavaScript method which allows us to focus on any input field. So now our next step would be go to any of the component we want to load this directive. So we'll go to the register component in this HTML file, and inside this you can see that I have already fields, for example this input, first name, last name. So I'll go here, and inside this input field I'll say app autofocus. So you can see the directive is already coming here, and that's all we need to do. Once I do this, so now if we refresh our this page, you will see that it will automatically put the cursor here by focusing it. So if we refresh it, you see it's already there, my cursor is still here, and we can directly write anything. So that's it. That's how you create a custom autofocus directive in Angular. So like this, you can create your own custom directives in Angular and use it like this, okay? So if you found this tutorial useful, please don't forget to like and subscribe for more Angular tutorials like this. You can also check out the other Angular tutorials I've got. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.